Start. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sunday Fun Day. It is March 10th, and this will probably be our most NFL jammed-packed off-season episode. I would think maybe the draft will be something, but at the end of the day, the draft, we're just going to say names and get excited about one tweet we see because we don't actually know anything about these players. The players that are signing yesterday and today and going forward are big names, and I feel like this has to be one of the crazier NFL free agencies that I can remember.
Without a doubt. Yeah, and it's because they were allowed to meet with the free agents about 2 days before something. Usually you have to meet with them as the deadline starts.
Yeah. Well, NFL, we give them shit for a lot of things, but whoever had that idea, great idea, because that makes for an exciting day.
Yes.
Yep. The insiders were busy. There's no doubt about that. They were tweeting every 2 minutes about a new signing for the entire day of Monday.
Yeah.
Morning and night.
And today it kind of kept going too. We do have all four of the fellas on the pod here today. It seems as though I have a decent Wi-Fi connection. It seems as though we're working good here. I'm going to knock on some wood as I say that, because anything could change. Did change up the laptop. I did my due diligence here today. I have to say one thing. When you're listening to this, it'll already be out, but there's a clip that's going to be coming out Wednesday sometime. I can't remember what time I scheduled it for. There's an all-time quote from Matt that just went completely missed. I don't remember hearing it on the pod. Brad, maybe you listened, so I don't know if you. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I quoted it in the Instagram. It's an all-time.
What's it about?
Something.
I'm just gonna drop it at some point in this episode, and you'll figure it out.
Brad, is the word bug in your quote?
Oh,
it is
I
not.
remember that one.
Okay, so maybe there's a different one.
I remember that one.
The quote I'm thinking there's the word bug is in it. The clip will be going out on Instagram at some point Wednesday. So when you're
that's all the information you have. I don't even have any idea what you're talking about.
It was I'm going to leave it at that.
It's one of your sayings that you don't get right.
It's a saying.
About bugs.
Well, I don't want to screw it up because I need to wait for the clip to come
Just
out.
Try.
I'm going to screw it up. Like it doesn't make any sense. So I don't know how to. It was when we were talking about who's healthier between me and you. You had some kind of saying you said, and it'll be out in a clip Wednesday. So look out for that. From that last
be
episode,
too soft to say it.
No, I don't remember it. I would say it
for sure.
I would say it. I would 100% say it, but it'll come out. There is the drafts. Drafts are. I remembered why I love them so much, because the turmoil just between the four of us that came out from that draft. Brett wasn't even on the pod doing the draft, which is my first point of concern. I'd like to bring up because Brett did win the draft. He had the higher percentage. Jesse and I tied for second. The graphic will say I was a little bit ahead, but that's point number 2 we need to get into. And then Matt was last, even with some possibly an invalid vote for him as well. Brett, I would like to hear, and Jesse and Matt, I'm curious what you guys think about this. I would like to hear when your list was formed.
Are you going to answer for me?
I thought he was asked me.
No, I'm asking Brett, but I'm curious what.
You mean the previous 4 years Brett had to make it?
I sent it the next day.
What time was that sent? Jesse, could you pull up the receipts on what time his list was sent to you?
It was mid-afternoon, I think, like 3 o'clock, maybe somewhere in there. Is that right, Brett?
Okay, I guess what's the advantage there? You guys got to talk out your points. You thought I was going to steal cookies from you, Brady, or your bag?
No. It's not about stealing. It's more. You got to listen to our points. We got to talk them through. Some came out good, some came out bad. Maybe that gave you a little bit more information. Then you heard all our picks, and while you're listening, surely things are coming to your mind that we didn't pick. And then you had your pick of litter. came out with a good list, ended up winning. I'm down to give you the full 4 points. I think there needs to be something put in place that you have to make your list before you listen to the episode if you're not on it.
And send it in then, because mine was made before, but you'll never believe me. So,
Matt,
We'll just
Jesse?
have to put the asterisks in there and chalk it up as is, I guess.
I don't that. I also think like 2 of us tied for second. So maybe like if we really wanted to get picked, we could give Brett 3 points for first instead of 4. And then 2-1 because both of us tied at second. If we
this is
Matt, what do you think about that, Matt?
No, hold on. I really thought you guys were better than this. Especially you, Brady. Of all people, the ultimate competitor over there.
Yeah. No, I'm fine giving them the full 4. But I just think
I'm fine with 3.
Matt?
What?
3 or 4?
Does Brett's extra point go to?
No, you are at 1 no matter
You're
what,
at
and
1.
we'll get to you next.
I just whatever 4, I guess.
Okay, so Brett keeps his win. We'll put a contract in place for the next draft that somebody has to miss. Now to me and Matt, it was revealed after the voting was expired. It was revealed by producer Jesse that possibly there were a couple votes. And by the way, going on your own Instagram and voting for yourself, legal. You may do that. That is legal. What's not legal is another account that you may have access to or run voting for yourself. I was with Jesse Saturday. Fully an accident. It won't be believed, and that's okay. Fully an accident. I did vote for myself with the Sunday Fun Day, thinking I was on my own personal. So if you went back and look at the votes, you would see that Sunday Fun Day podcast voted for me, Brady.
Sick.
The reason we are taking that vote away, which is why Jesse and I tied, because I did have a slightly higher percentage on the poll. So Jesse and I did tie with that vote being taken away. Now Matt went out of his way to do this, signed into the old Chump Talk account.
I've never signed out, just to be clear.
Okay, never signed out. So
that makes it better.
Matt logs in. It haven't been logged. The account hasn't been active.
Switched accounts and didn't log in. Just switched accounts.
Switched accounts and went and voted for himself because he saw how it was going, and he was already talking about rigged allegations. Which I'd like to know how you think that draft was rigged. For Brett, I guess.
It just goes back many years. When we were doing these with the old Chump Talk days, it was things are rigged and biased back then, and I thought maybe a few years of abstinence from drafting would maybe clear things up. It didn't.
Technically, that was right.
3 years of abstinence. I like that.
Yeah, Brady and I, when we were together on Saturday, kind of were looking at some of the old Trump Talk drafts, and I forgot about this at the time, but there was drafts done by Trump Talk that you would post to Instagram without names because you thought it was rigged against you.
Yep.
So and you lost drafts without your name attached to your team.
It's been a long battle.
As well.
Yeah, these allegations have been thrown out by Matt for years now. So if this account needs to switch to just putting user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, so that people can't vote based off the name unless they had unless people listen to the pod, then obviously they can. But for the Instagram viewers that maybe don't listen to the pod every week, those people can't vote based off the name. They have to, go what their heart tells them to do. So if Matt finishes last in the next one, we might have to talk about doing some changes, or else this will be a conversation after everyone.
Yep. I agree.
Okay. I like your hat set up behind you tonight, Matt.
Yeah, getting a little. Oh, there's the Panthers back there. Stadium.
Panther Stadium. There it is. It's a great setup. All right, let's get to football because we do have a lot to cover. And I think we got to start with Maxx Crosby. This was not on the outline, but this happened about half an hour ago from the time we're recording.
Yep.
So I don't know if anybody has actual details on what happened. I saw that he failed a physical. I don't know if that's been confirmed from what you guys are seeing. So the trade from the Ravens or from the Raiders, Maxx Crosby going to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks plus. I can't remember what the plus was. I know there were 2 first-round picks in there though. Apparently, Maxx Crosby, as of about half an hour ago, is back on the Raiders. Never became officially a Raven after a failed physical. I mean, I don't know what to think about this. I don't know if that it would. I saw some Ravens fans talking if he's actually like really hurt, probably the smart move from the Ravens, like saying, you know, we'll keep those 2 first-round picks. But if he's just a little banged up now and he's going to be ready for week 1, this seems wild to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I honestly thought the trade was completed, so it's crazy that we're even in this spot. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious as to what this will mean for the future of Maxx Crosby and the Raiders. I feel like obviously with him kind of announcing he was traded, that's kind of the way everyone thought it was going to be. I feel like he still won't be a Raider, but now what does the return look like? Is it still going to be 2 firsts? Will it be different? Or like, can Maxx Crosby just pass another physical in a month from now? No idea how it works, but I mean, one of the craziest headlines though that we'll probably see this summer. Like, everyone thought it was a done deal that he was a Raven, so it'll be interesting to see. But it's got to be so weird for him to be a Raider again now. Like, you know, he closed that door. He had like a 10-minute video he posted about whatever his closure with the Raiders and everything. So it's got to be weird as hell to be back.
Yeah, this is a quote from Friday. And Jesse, I know you have some opinions on where he might be going to, but this is a quote from Friday. He had, "I'm going to give everything in my heart and soul to bring a championship to Baltimore." That was on Friday.
That's wild. Yeah.
Wow.
I will say, I feel like it's weird. Like, not that this happens often, but when it does happen, is it not normally the team who is acquiring being like, "Hey, this guy failed a physical, and so he's not actually like." The Raiders are the one that put out the statement, and it just says the Ravens have backed out from our agreement, and that's all it says. So it seems kind of weird, like almost like the Raiders maybe don't think that. I don't know. It seems off.
Brett?
Well, 2 things. None of these deals get signed until tomorrow at 4, Wednesday at 4. So technically there could be more. We don't see this often. I will say, I can't figure out what the advantage would be, but remember at the end of the year they kept him out? Yeah. He was really upset about it. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I don't know how this would give them any benefit, though. So
yeah, it does. The headline I'm reading: the Raiders say that the Ravens backed out of the deal. So it wasn't the Raiders doing anything. It was fully the Ravens that backed out. So I mean, this will be a fun one to follow along. I have a feeling he's just gonna like kind of be in limbo for a while now, like on the Raiders, but. I guess they're probably shopping him again, but also the Raiders have had a nice free agency. Like we can, you know, like I can quick just go over theirs while we're on the Raiders because I know we also have a good amount of Raiders fans that listen, and we did not give them any love last year, rightfully so. But they have had quite the offseason.
I think they've signed more than anybody else.
I think the Titans are close with them.
Oh, right.
Money wise, like I got a little thing on the Titans after too, but Raiders, the number 1 center on the market, Tyler Linderbaum, he was the center for the Ravens here. He's supposed to be one of the better centers. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about all the centers in the league, but he's supposed to be one of the top tier centers in the league. 3 years, $81 million for him.
$60 million guaranteed.
60?
Crazy.
That is the biggest overpay I think I've ever seen in my life. They must really want Mendoza protected.
Yeah,
the ball to be in his hands properly.
Yeah, it would maybe an overpay, but he does sound like a dog too. And then fully restocked their linebacker room. Nakobe Dean from the Eagles and Quay Walker from the Packers. Both those guys, dogs. So defense improved there, and then Jalen Naylor. I feel like that's a bit of an under the radar move for the Raiders. He's exciting he was exciting for the Vikings for a few years, and then a few other kind of depth signings. So, like, if you're the Raiders, are you just like, or if you're Maxx Crosby, it would feel super weird to see him back in a Raiders jersey now, though.
I feel like his time in the Raider jersey is still done.
Yeah,
like we're still 4 almost 5 months away from the start of the NFL regular season.
Mhm.
I think it might not happen next week or the week after, but after all that, it's hard to imagine him being back in a Raider uniform.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd agree
teams will
with
still
that.
want him. Like whether this physical was passed or not, teams still want that guy on their team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I have one more thing that I didn't put out on the outline that I saw after, because the Geno Smith to the Jets move was after. So I'm gonna read you guys, and I'm gonna try to go through this quick because these names are just electric to read. But the names of quarterbacks that have played the position for the Jets since Geno Smith was last the quarterback.
Can I guess?
I
Is
saw
there like
this list and it's
15 of them?
Oh,
There has
at
to be
least.
close to 15.
16, I think it is. I saw this
16.
list. It's incredible. In 10
It's
years.
18. It's 18.
18. Wait,
18.
are two of those Geno Smith though, or
No,
he was at the top?
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
18 different names. So I'll go through this quick.
Hey
Matt
Brady,
Sim.
can you
Sorry.
leave one off and see if I can get it?
Yep.
Thank
I'll
you.
leave one.
Just say blank,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then see if Brett can get it in the era.
That'd be great. Matt Sims, Michael Vick, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Bryce Petty, Josh McCown, Sam Darnold, Trevor Simeon, Luke Falk, never heard of him, Joe Flacco, Zach Wilson, Mike White, Josh Johnson, Chris Streveler, Aaron Rodgers, Streveler, Aaron Rodgers, blank, Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields, Brady Cook, back to Geno Smith.
Zach Wilson.
No, it said him.
Shit. Who was he after?
Aaron Rodgers, and before Tyrod Taylor.
Ooh. So basically, who started or who came in
Yeah.
the first quarter of the Jets regular season in 2024?
Tyrod
Hmm.
Taylor.
No, he was in there too, but
I'm not going to get it.
ex-Dolphin as well. Ex-Packer.
Tannehill.
No.
Ex-Dolphin.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a good. It was one or
Give it
two of
to
his
me.
injuries. He came in for just a few games. It was ugly. Real ugly.
Oh.
Remember him from the
Man.
Thanksgiving game? He was a starter for the Packers.
Starts with an S.
Nope. Starts with a
His
T.
last name starts with a T. Skyler.
Oh, that's Skylar Thompson. No, but no, his first name starts with a T. TB is the initials actually.
Tim Boyle, 12.
That's right.
Fuck.
Yeah, Tim Boyle. Unbelievable for the Jets to have Geno Smith back.
Yeah.
That is
Full circle
hilarious.
moment.
It is,
That lucky organization.
unfortunately, it's probably the correct move for them, because if you look at their draft picks from 2027, like not this upcoming draft, but the next one, I think they do they maybe have 3 first rounders already, a shit ton of seconds, just a lot of picks already. So they're gearing up for that to be their year, and there's supposed to be a great quarterback class coming. So I think you sign Geno Smith knowing he's going to play hard, maybe, or probably will play hard. They've added a couple other guys. Breece Hall franchise tagged again. But if you're the Jets general manager, coaching, well, probably not coaching staff, but general manager and ownership, you'd be fine with them winning 2 games this year, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other than Aaron Glenn,
Yeah.
you have a new coach. It's going to be hard not to fire him if you win 2 games again.
Yeah. If you're Aaron Glenn, you're trying to win ball games, because he's probably more than likely just probably a placeholder this year. Just get them through the year with this and then on to the next. So got to feel bad for him a little bit. All right. Moving on to our 4 teams. I've done a lot of talking, so I'm going to let somebody else start. And maybe we'll start with the Carolina Panthers. But just quickly, if you can go through additions, subtractions. You don't have to say everybody if there's some guys that aren't too notable. But I know the Panthers made a couple big moves. It was quiet for a little bit. Maybe not a ton of moves, but a couple really big ones.
Yeah, we haven't made a ton of moves. We've made 4 total in regards to new faces in the organization. We got a new center in Luke Fortner. Don't think he's anything too special, but he'll be our starting center as of now anyway. New backup quarterback, Kenny Pickett, 1 year, $7.5 million, $4 million guarantee. I don't know. I'm not too excited have like, I feel like he can offer just about the same as what Andy Dalton can right now, just 10 years younger. Wouldn't expect much if he came into a game. I think he's on his fifth team in 5 years. And then we get to our two big ones. This one happened right when free agency opened. Edge, Jalen Phillips, ex-Dolphin, played with the Eagles last year, 4 years, $120 million. Definitely one of the bigger free agents out there on the defensive side of the ball. And also another one of the bigger names, according to the media, on the defensive side of the ball as well. Linebacker Devin Lloyd, ex-Jag. Lloyd. 3 years, $45 million. So two huge pieces for the D. Which is exactly what we need to do. Like I said it kind of as the season ended last year, like the next steps for us and truly to this level, you kind of got to get in that top 10 defensive range to truly have a chance at things. So I definitely think we're on the right track, and obviously we still got the draft ahead. So love the start for the Panthers so far. Brady.
Do you know off the top of your head the guaranteed money for Jalen Phillips?
This app says everyone's guaranteed but Jalen Phillips. I think it might be 80 though.
80 mil guaranteed.
Out of the 120. Yeah. Devin Lloyd is 25 out of his 45 mil guaranteed.
Yeah. From everything I heard, you got an absolute dog in Devin Lloyd. Jalen Phillips, I'm going to give you my thoughts on, even though you didn't ask. You're going to love him. You're going to love him most of the time. Is he the type of guy that's going to be on the field for, most of the game for you, being a dog in all key moments? There's some times where there's some, gets a little boo-boo and then he's off the field kind of in big moments like that. And he's going to make some big plays for you. If he stays healthy, it's a great signing. There is some real injury concern with him. ACL has, is already damaged once for sure. He had something else in his leg a couple of years ago. I think it's either going to be a contract in 2-3 years we look back on and it's like it's really tough because there's injuries, or he's going to just live up to it. I think my opinion, overpay.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, I'm not familiar with him. I know he was a big player for the Eagles, and as long as he can, help us get to the dance and be part of the dance, I'll take that. Injuries happen. Obviously, you should know that you're a Miami fan, but just about everyone on the team gets injured every year. But maybe that's why he left Miami, to try and escape the injury bug potentially. Because last year he did play a full season, all 17 games. His first year away from Miami, by the way, last year. That's just rumors, though.
Well, actually,
Jalen questionable, Waddle, and then we know what Tua's history was. We know what Miami's all about.
You can say you don't know ball without knowing ball. He played more games for the Dolphins than he did the Eagles last year. So,
well, he was with the Dolphins for 4 years.
I said last year. And by the way, is there a storm rolling through in Wellesley? Because it seems like Matt's Wi-Fi is a little bit choppy, and it seems seems like it's working pretty good. Matt, I don't know if you can go on Amazon. They've got these Ethernet cables. You got to get a computer and then you plug it into that, and it can improve your Wi-Fi. Just in case you're wondering.
Whoever came up with that idea is a genius.
Yeah, Ethernet cables.
But we are expecting rain today. Brett, go ahead.
That's convenient. First of all, great signings. I agree with Brady. Bit of an overpay, but whatever. You guys have all the cap space. Two-part question. You trust Vegas, correct? You'd say they're right most of the time. Yeah.
But
it's not.
we were an underdog.
I'm just asking you.
I don't trust Vegas even a tiny bit. We were favored in 2 games last year, and we won 9 or 8 or whatever it was.
It
wasn't 9.
And the 2 games we were favored in, we lost. So that means we proved Vegas wrong a bunch.
Well, you guys are currently last to win your division.
And at first I was kind of like, how? How is it possible? But the more I think about it, the happier I am about it. That is when Carolina football is at its best, when nobody believes. I don't like
Uh-oh.
And you're muted now. We're having real technical difficulties in
I
life.
muted myself, but that's when we're at our best, is when nobody believes. So I'll take it. I'm glad to see it. If anyone wants a good bet next year, there you go. Get it before the Lions move.
What?
You talking about it right now might start moving the Lions. So
Them to
Well, I
win
was
the
gonna
division.
say, if you
Oh,
believe
yeah.
it, it's plus 400 right now, buddy. Put your house on it.
Yep, money where your mouth is.
yeah, that's wise financial advice. Look at the mortgage on it, and we'll see what happens.
All right, let's hear about a little. About a little Los Angeles Chargers offseason. Might as well be the Los Angeles
Are they
Dolphins.
participating in free agency this year?
Well, first of all, for Brady's comment, you guys are just the Green Bay fucking Dolphins. And
Correct.
Yeah.
We're doing just fine.
Correct.
We're currently 6 to win the Super Bowl right now, and I trust Vegas, Matthew.
Wow.
Oh,
6?
Got,
Is that true?
yeah, oh, look. I mean, on FanDuel we are.
you mean Scam
What?
Duel? Congrats,
6.
Brett. You got by Scam Duel.
The band are like 12. We got rid of the 2 worst offensive linemen statistically in the entire league. The other one, who was 3rd worst in the entire league, retired by himself, which is great. So far, our offseason is fantastic.
The Saints guy is back.
Saints guy is back.
Yeah,
Trevor Penning, 1-year deal.
good.
Just 4.5
Trevor
mil.
Penning. Yeah, there it is. 1 year, $4.5 million. Love to see that, Brett.
Yeah, you
Happy
do love
for
to
you.
see that.
Khalil Mack signed Tier Tart, 3-year deal, huge deal, great. Alec Ingold, I just do not give a shit. I don't know. We are past fullbacks. I know everyone pretends like they're important. They're not, unless you have Juszczyk or whatever the Ravens guy's name is. What are you gonna say, Brady? You gonna defend your guy?
He's biting his tongue so big right now.
I only have good things to say about Ingold. Unfortunately, I really do wish I had more to say. I always wanted them to use him more. Like
Well, pitch him to me because he had like 3 receptions last year and 4 rushes. So I
can't really pitch like that. He unbelievable blocker, an unbelievable team guy. Like you always hear the guys always talking about how he was a leader in the room. Was that room a good room? No. So maybe take that with a grain of salt. But his first year, maybe even first 2 years, like he was our 1-yard guy. Like, like the traditional way a fullback was used, like you go get 1 yard on a 3rd and 1 to get the first down. And when he was like catching random passes from Tua just off the line, he always seemed to break 1 tackle. But then last year,
Miami's sick.
What?
No, Miami's sick. Sorry, just complimenting.
Well, that's a whole, like we're talking 2-3 years. Like we basically have a whole new team from that. So
Yeah, no, now we know his highlights as a Miami Dolphin in 20 seconds. That's unreal.
You're just mad because I brought up the Ethernet cable again. It's ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun with the Wi-Fi issues.
right.
Brett, Charlie Kohler, tight end with the Ravens last year. What do you know about him? And 24 mil for tight end 3 for the Ravens, not a lot. I feel like you guys already have 2 decent tight ends.
I was really hoping you weren't going to ask. Yeah, that was the biggest waste of money ever. We dropped Will Dissly, and we got this.
Oh, he's
guy
not there anymore.
Less catches than Will Dissly. So I don't know what Harbaugh just loves dudes who block. But we have a quarterback that can throw the ball 70 yards with flat feet. So I don't know what the fuck the point in blocking is.
Would you think the odds are the Harbaugh brothers were texting about him on whether the Chargers should get Kohler?
Oh, for sure.
I would assume they keep in contact about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. 1,000%.
Yeah. I mean, that makes me feel a little better, but we don't need another blocking tight end. We've got one. Listen. Our offense is McDaniels now. The defense we've shored up. It seems like we've got our big guys signed. So whatever. Let McDaniel run around with all these shitty tight ends.
Yeah. That's going to be quite the storyline. I have told this to you before. When things are going great with the offense, you're going to love McDaniel. The second things aren't going well, though, look out. It gets real dark. The guard you signed, Cole Strange, to a 2-year, $13 million deal. He played pretty much the full season for the Dolphins. When they signed him last year, about 2 or 3 weeks into the year, everybody was hurt. I'm pretty sure we pulled him off the couch because he didn't have a contract. He played decent for us, but just to know where you're getting a guy from, he was on the couch at this time a year ago without a contract. So he turned that into 2 years, 13 mil. So happy for him financially, but that is the guy you're getting.
How many mil? Oh yeah, 13. You're right.
13 mil for 2 years.
I mean, to respond to that, he was a first-round draft pick in 2022, and in my mind, that means you're good.
Right?
So we'll see.
Sound logic.
I'll just hold out hope until he pisses me off.
Anything else on the Chargers before we move on?
No, I think that's it. I assume they're not done, I hope, and then the draft will be interesting.
Who is your backup QB going into the year? I don't know why it matters. I'm just curious.
Trey Lance?
I have no idea. Trey Lance, yes.
Probably still Trey Lance, yeah. Okay, I'll go with the Dolphins here, then you can wrap us up for us, Jesse. So it starting in February on the 16th, Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, James Daniels, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine all released. They were all making decent money. From there, Jason Sanders and Alec Ingold released. From there, Tua released, traded Minkah Fitzpatrick. And that was all before we signed anybody. That, if you're keeping track, I think that was 9 guys out the door making decent money without anybody in. And that's with like losing a few other guys as well. So we're just completely tearing down our team and starting. Do you want me to just get through a few before questions, or you can go now if you want. If we can even understand you through the choppiness, go ahead.
Yeah, no, sure. I'll go ahead right now. Just looking at the signings from Miami, besides Malik Willis and a kicker, there's essentially nobody. Is that
I was actually just
paying $100 million this year?
I was actually just about to read the signings.
No, I'm just curious if there's not more because you're paying $100 million.
Yeah, no, the 99, and it did break an NFL record for most dead cap.
Congrats. That's Miami doesn't win too many things, but that's a big one.
I think you mean we don't break too many records, but we broke that one. If you're gonna chirp, at least just get the facts right.
You also won the report card. That's huge.
We win that all the time.
Like the A for effort type of thing.
I think we got an A-, which was the highest.
Nice.
Yeah. We re-signed tight end Greg Dulcich, which, if you remember on my year-end my year-end talk through, I'm a big Greg Dulcich guy. Look out for that name this year. We then signed the prized quarterback on the market this year. I was going into it. I was going to be okay either way. If this was going to be a year with just Quinn Ewers as a backup, and then somebody we drafted in the 5th, 6th round to see if they worked out, or Quinn Ewers as a starter and somebody we drafted as the backup, I was going to be okay with going into this year winning 2 or 3 games. And again, I don't know anything about this upcoming draft class, but everything you see is it's a really deep quarterback pool coming in. Not this coming draft, but the one after that in 2027. So I was gonna be okay with a down season. It's more than likely still gonna be a down season. So my first reaction, excitement, because I love Malik Willis. But second, I'm a little nervous, and I just hope I just hope new management and coaching staff has a plan. Like the Miami Dolphins of old is really no plan. You give big money to big names that'll come, the Jalen Ramseys, the Tyreek Hills of the world. You overpay a quarterback after 1.5 good years, and you just kind of throw money at the wall and hope it all sticks. I really believe in these guys. John Eric Sullivan, got their names down. Jeff Hafley, our assistant GM, he's got some weird name. He works with John Eric. He was the Titans general manager forever, like when they were before they were really bad. And he was the one that drafted Malik Willis. So the 3 guys that have the most say in signing Malik Willis was 1, the guy that drafted him, 2, the guy that was his general manager last year, and 3, Jeff Hafley. He's talked so much about how he was the defensive coordinator in Green Bay last year, and he was the scout team quarterback was Malik Willis. So every practice, every day, he went against Malik Willis, and that's where he saw so much about him, and that's why he believes in him so much. All those things to be said, that they're great to hear. I'm nervous and excited, if I'm being completely honest. I love that we have Malik Willis. I really do. I know I'm gonna fall. Like I'm already falling for him. I'm slightly in love. I know I'm gonna get very in love, and you guys will grow to hate Malik Willis because of me. That just will happen.
I don't think that's possible. He's too likable.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have a tendency of making people hate guys I love because of what I say.
That's fair.
But if I'm being completely transparent, and Matt will have his troll stuff to say, but I'm a little nervous about it. I wanted to read the contract breakdown though, because this made me feel better. Everything I was seeing before was that the team that wanted Malik was going to have to pay $30 million a year roughly. That was what everybody was saying was going to cost him. This is the breakdown though. So $22.5 million in signing bonus. That just seems like signing bonuses, like in every sport, seems like a bit of a glitch in the system. Mm-hmm. Against the salary cap this year, 1.25 in 2026. 1.25 this year.
Like just over 100 million quarterbacks then.
That's right. Yeah. It'd be 0.25 over 100 million quarterbacks. That's correct.
Yeah.
And then in 2027, which I should have looked at. Maybe Jesse, do you mind looking up? I know the Dolphins have to pay Tua 99 this year and then something next year. I don't know. Can you see if you can look down what the Dolphins have to pay Tua? I don't have that off the top of my head. Try to stay away from that thing, that topic. But in 2027, he's gonna count 21.5 fully guaranteed, and then in 2028, this is what I thought was interesting. There's Miami has the option. It's an option on Malik Willis in 2028. He could be a free agent after 2 years, or we could sign him for $20 million for the year, mm-hmm. which seems to me like a smart decision because we're going to see this year, like he's more than likely not going to have a too strong of team around him. We need to sign a wide receiver 2 for him. We have Jalen Waddle and nobody in the wide receiver room. We need to sign a wide receiver 2. That's only the start of the holes we have to fill. We need an O-line. We need a secondary. We're pretty much set at linebackers. We're set at running back, and we're set at quarterback. And I love Greg Dulcich. So other than that, we need about everything. And we also just got a kicker, Zane Gonzalez. I'm excited about him kind of, but we need everything still.
I got the. Oh, sorry. Hang on one sec.
No,
I need
ahead.
more time on the two.
Yeah.
I need
Brett?
more.
Brett?
First of all, what was his name? Zane Gonzalez?
Yeah, I think.
Isn't he the guy who fixes his hair a whole bunch?
There's Brett. There's
that guy.
Isn't it?
Yes, that's him. That boys, we're making. I don't know what
bad.
It's a disease. I don't know what the disease is, but it's a disease.
It's not a disease.
Yes, it is. It's like OCD or something. It's maybe not OCD, but it's something like that. And you can't make fun of it. Is it?
It's a disorder, maybe.
Disorder. Yeah. See, you made me say it. We're not making fun of that on this show. That's not.
No. I was just simply asking.
Yes, it is the guy that fixes hair a lot of times in a row before he goes to kick. He also has a really good percentage in kicking.
Great. I didn't say anything bad about it.
I knew where this was going. I knew where you were going, though.
The Tua dead cap hit 99 this year, 31 next year, 18 the next year, 5 the next year.
Yeah, so we just got to get through this year.
That one just lingers.
Yeah,
I mean, $5 million 4 years from now is going to feel like pocket change. So that's
I gotta
fine.
say, if you ever considered Tua better than Herbert, you should feel bad. And I'm looking at Matt and Brady for sure. And to any of the listeners or anyone watching this clip, you should feel bad about yourself.
Why am I getting dragged into this?
Oh, I remember some comments. I remember everything you said ever about Herbert. I promise.
I don't think I ever believed that Tua was better than Herbert. I would,
Okay.
maybe say there was a stint where they were definitely pretty similar statistically.
Still are decently similar statistically, but
they didn't even get anything for him. No one wants him, Brady. The Falcons are just collecting random quarterbacks.
They just love lefties in Atlanta.
Well, yeah, I want to talk about Atlanta after this, but I did want to say Tua, thank you for I spent a lot of time defending you. I will now be putting my sword down as a Tua defender, mostly down.
Oh,
So are you going to chirp to it, or are you just gonna like pretend he's not existent?
Well, I don't want him to. I don't want him to be elite ever. Like I don't ever want him to go somewhere and be elite. So
You just don't feel like very defensive sometimes.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of years defending this man against everybody. Like, he is the most hated man on the internet as far as a quarterback goes. I think you guys can admit that. Like, nobody took more abuse online than Tua. A lot of times, he did things that was rightfully so to be chirped, but also a lot of times it was just getting hurt. He can't really control that. And there was like that 2023 year, I'll always remember. We were the most electric offense in the league. Did it result in anything in playoffs? Absolutely not. But I have Tua to thank for that year because I got to sit on my couch and watch football and just have an offense that just – I remember that game we dominated the Chargers early in the year. He was just hitting Tyreek left, right, and center, beat the Chargers that year with ease. The Panthers weren't even a thought. Bears weren't a thought that year either. I got to sit there and enjoy a year of football. We put up 70 points on the Broncos. Again, didn't result in anything, so it just is what it is. But I got to enjoy it.
How many years until we don't have to hear about that fucking 70-point game?
Well, hopefully one, because Malik's our guy now, and if things go bad for Malik, then maybe I still need to talk about that. But I just
one last point for Tua. Cheers to 2023, boys! What a year! What a run!
Yeah. No, and I want to say cheers to his whole tenure in Miami, because he was my guy. He was my guy. Deep down, did I know it was probably a mistake drafting him over Herbert? Probably there were a lot of times I did know that. But if I could find any foot to stand on, or any ground to stand on.
How many feet do you have?
You got to find him.
Yeah, it at least makes more sense than most years. But when I
take the cake.
When I saw something that made it seem like Tua and Herbert were close, I fought for that every single time, and I was a soldier for Tua, and I will be rooting him on kind of. Again, I don't want him to ever be elite anywhere, but my sword is down about Tua for the most part, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yep, I'm now a Malik Willis guy. Jesse, tell us about the Bears.
Yeah. I'll briefly say this just about your Dolphins. Like if the Bears go on to be shit for a half decade, I'm going to talk about this past season forever. Like, you're never going to hear me shut up about it. Yeah. So I get it. I get where you're coming from. Didn't result in anything, but the moments you can get from one season. So I get where you're coming from on that. But anyway,
you haven't had shit to cheer about in 10 years.
More playoff wins than you in the last 10 years, bud.
Yeah. I mean, it's close.
Yeah. Aren't you?
We're almost further
26
than 10
years
away. Yeah. Sorry, did you ask a question, Matt? I didn't hear you.
I think we cut out again.
It's just
I'll order your Ethernet cable now.
Yeah, may as well. So the Bears off season. Nothing crazy, nothing too free agent stuff, nothing crazy. Basically, we got a couple really good defensive pieces. Kobe Bryant is actually a pretty big name off.
That's a huge name.
I shouldn't say nothing crazy. He's one of the better safeties available, so that was huge. And then another big one, the only offensive player I think we signed so far today is Khalif Raymond from the Lions, kick returner. Pretty electric. We had Devin Duvernay, who is an awesome returner, but we let him go in free agency, and I don't think anyone signed him yet. So that's kind of odd. But that's the only offensive name we signed so far. Other than that, signed a bunch of other defensive guys: Devin Bush, Neville Gallimore. I don't know all these guys, but from what people react online, it seems like we're getting younger and faster on defense, which is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Cam Lewis from the Bills. It seems kind of odd. So the Bears last year, we're letting Kevin Byard and Deshaun Wright walk in free agency. They're both free agents, haven't been signed yet. Oh no, Wright went to the Jets. Byard hasn't been signed yet. Those guys had a combined 15 turnovers last year. They just were turnover machines out there. Just between those two guys, they had 15. And I feel like, I mean, Wright came out of nowhere. He wasn't really a starter before this year. He only got time because he was because of injuries. And then Byard obviously he's been in the league forever. He's been good. He certainly hasn't been good as he was last year. So the Bears, there's a weird year of defense where they weren't a good defense, but they turned the ball over like crazy. And so it's good to know that they're not content with that. And they're just like, we have so many guys just leaving. And but obviously the big Bears news was the DJ Moore trade. Which was crazy. I am very sad to see DJ go. Him. I mean, the one silver lining of it, I'll say people are pretty happy with a second round pick. I guess just cap reasons. Everyone knew we had to get rid of him, and so to still get a second is pretty good. The best part about it is that I can now add whatever we draft to, and whatever that guy does, I can add that to what Bryce Young gave us. So that helps. Nice. That's just more ammunition of what the Panthers did for us. But I'm very sad that
you mean what Bears did for the Panthers.
Well,
that's a spicy take.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you.
But
debate for another time.
Yeah. Pleasure doing business with you. But I'm sad to not have DJ Moore on my football team. I just love that guy on and off the field. But I guess it was just a necessary evil, and we do have the weapons that are supposed to be able to step up and shown flashes of like Rome should be able to be that guy. And before he got hurt toward like week, I don't know, 12 or 13, I think he got hurt and he ended up coming back and wasn't quite 100%. I don't think so. If Rome can stay healthy, I think he'll be that guy. Obviously, Colson Loveland's a dog. Luther Burden in his rookie year looked really good. So it seems like we have the weapons to make up for it, but I love DJ.
Yeah. So two things. Devin Bush, he's great. He's a really good linebacker. What happened to Tyson Bagent? I guess this should be a question for Matt because he kept trying to get him in the game.
No.
Didn't you guys?
He's signed long term. Don't worry. They got their guy.
Okay. All right.
He's still there. Are you asking because we signed Case Keenum?
Well.
Yeah, he was there all last year. He was our third stringer all last year. Keenum was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He just loves. There's lots of clips of him like gassing up Williams on the bench, just like whatever. So I don't know. It feels like we paid a decent amount for the third string quarterback.
Well, aren't they trading Bagent?
There is rumors about that. I don't know if they actually are or not, but I know there was teams that were interested.
I heard the Cardinals want him as their starter.
I would.
We know you would.
Like as the Cardinals, I would want him.
It would be electric if Bagent goes somewhere as a great starter or just like is comparable to Caleb Williams. Then maybe.
All I'm saying is I think the Bears are starting the wrong guy.
Yeah, no kidding. You said that for a long time.
I'll stick to it.
Yeah.
Only thing I have on DJ Moore is I like a little bit seeing that Bills fans were the Bills fans seem to be a little bit upset about it for some reason, which was kind of like I was upset about seeing that because I don't like
Bills fans should be happy.
Bills fans,
yeah,
I agree, but they were mad about something. It must be something salary related.
Yeah, they're in cap hell too. They were very confused.
Right.
A couple Bills fans I texted about were like, "Yeah, we're in cap hell too." I don't know why we got him, but right. I mean, he's electric. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he is definitely going to be the best wide receiver that Josh Allen's been able to throw to. I would think. I would think that's probably a pretty safe statement. No.
Him or Diggs.
On Diggs.
Nah.
Yeah.
He just got released. We Diggs is he's an issue. I've always said he's an issue. If there's one take that I've stood firm with my whole podcasting career, Diggs, bad guy.
Isn't DJ Moore like a big powder?
Yeah, bad body language guy.
These last this year kind of I don't know. I'm not sure. There's been some clips out there that don't make him look good.
I'd love to see him disrespect Josh Allen if Allen missed a pass, and just Bills fans would want DJ Moore's head on a platter after that. You don't disrespect Josh. I love Josh Allen. Josh Allen's the best quarterback ever.
Yeah. The only other Bears thing
at all.
The only other Bears thing I have, we talked briefly about Drew Dahlman retiring last week. So we traded for a center from the Patriots. That guy's got decent underlying stats and stuff, so happy about that. But I learned Dahlman's dad was O lineman and had like a freak neck injury in training camp when he was 29 years old, and like was temporarily paralyzed. Still affects him to this day. And so that's why Dahlman was like, I'm 27, I made a bunch of money and I'm still healthy. I'm out. Like, I'm happy with this. Like, because I guess, he saw, so like, I guess 29 years old in training camp, had some freak neck injury, and it's like still affects him today, was paralyzed for a while. So yeah, pretty wild, but that's pretty good reason, I guess, to maybe like, I don't know, from a human standpoint, it makes a lot of sense, but from in the athlete world, it's
for
wow.
sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A couple other things I had. Tennessee Titans. We talked about the Raiders going spending crazy. This might be updated because this was something I saw yesterday, so this might have changed today. But they were the highest spenders by a good amount in day one. Wan'Dale Robinson, if you remember from the wide receiver free agent list, he was on there. He got 4 years, $70 million. Which seems absolutely insane to me. John Franklin Myers, defensive tackle. I'm not even sure what his old team was. Maybe, I don't know, Brett, if you know. He's gotten 3 years, $63 million. I don't even remember hearing about this guy. John Franklin Myers. Where did he play last year? And then Taylor and Float, two cornerbacks, signed for $60 million and $45 million respectively. And then Daniel Bellinger. He's a tight end. He was a tight end for the Giants, I believe. He signed 3 years, $24 million. And then Mitch Trubisky to a 2-year deal as their backup quarterback. They just went spending like crazy on day one. But if you're the Titans and you have that year you have with Cam Ward, Titans have spent $259 million on the first day of free agency. $259 million on the first day.
Doesn't seem worth it for what they got. Also, Franklin Myers, Bronco last year. Knew his name was familiar. That's insane. They spent that much money. They must think Wan'Dale Robinson is Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I know
what's going on. The Titans are fast. They fired Rabel, and then they got like discount store Rabel to coach. Like now, what's his name? Saleh, who I think is probably a good coach. Hard to judge with the Jets, but Daboll is awesome.
Yep.
I just don't. What? Like, are they even 3 years away from being good?
I mean, if you trust Cam Ward, which they have no choice but to trust Cam Ward, and we did see some good things out of him last year, you kind of got to go get him some pieces, and they have, it seems like, all the cap space in the world. So I guess just go sign anybody that'll sign, really.
Who will have more wins this year, Raiders or Titans?
What's that?
Who will have more wins this year, Raiders or Titans?
Ooh,
Titans.
I think it'll be the Raiders. I just think they've spent so much money, and I think Gentile will have a big year. Mendoza, I think, will be poised to, I don't know, just be maybe a bit more IQ than what Cam Ward was in his rookie season. But
yeah,
that's my guess.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Could you see both of them having like 6 or 7 wins, or is that way too many?
That's way too many.
Yeah. I'd be willing to bet one of those teams gets to 6 wins.
Yeah, one of them definitely does. I would say.
There's a lot of other teams that are going to have to be worse than them then.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have anything else that I got a list of just a bunch of names in different places. But did you guys have anything with any free agents that you wanted to bring up that I didn't touch on? Matt?
Just a notable one for me, Mike Evans, San Francisco 49ers, 3-year deal. Scary, like 49ers, like obviously there's a little bit of uncertainty in regards to how those years might look for Mike Evans in the later stages of his career. But I mean, this year anyway, you'd expect Mike Evans to still be a top 15, maybe even top 10 wide receiver in the league. So I think that's a massive signing for the 49ers. They paid Ayuk how many years ago to be that dog for them. And they just really haven't had like a true wide receiver one there. And they've been a pretty good team the last 4 or 5 years. So I think the 49ers could be a even more dangerous offense. CMC there, all the receptions he gets as well. I just think the 49ers with Mike Evans could be very scary next year, and that division is going to be nuts. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the Cardinals.
Other than the Cardinals. But I think the Cardinals will be better just with no Kyler. I think they're already better.
Quickly on the Cardinals, you just have to commit to being ass for 3 years. That division's too good. You can't compete.
It's the perfect time to do it. I agree. Like, if you're the Cardinals right now, there's no point in trying to spend all this money and get good. Like, your division is insane right now.
So you think Gardner Minshew QB1 going into the year? You think that's the plan? Because they did sign him.
Did they?
Yeah.
And Jacoby's back too?
No, I think Jacoby's not back. Or I think maybe he is, but I saw something he might be traded somewhere or something. I think like Minshew is currently the answer in Arizona.
So another underrated signing for Arizona, Algier. I always thought he was good at the Falcons, but never really touched the ball that much. And so he'll be back with James Conner in the backfield, which could surprisingly be, I think, a pretty good backfield next year.
Yeah. Falcons quickly. We obviously talked about Tua a lot. They need to sign Dylan Gabriel though, right?
It's an all lefty QB room.
Right. I forgot about that guy.
They have they need to sign. I saw something. They only have 2 quarterbacks on the roster, Penix and Tua, so they need a third. And Dylan Gabriel. Kevin Stefanski was the coach of him last year, and Kevin Stefanski famously started Dylan Gabriel over Shador when it came time to put in a backup. Maybe Kevin Stefanski really likes Dylan Gabriel, and he signs him just to make the all lefty room. Because I'm pretty sure those are the only 3 in the league that have a chance of playing games this year.
I believe so.
Get them all.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious. They have to do it.
Yeah.
They might all end up playing games even if they're on the same team.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not a Penix is just as injury riddled as Tua.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, if you go back to college and then in his brief NFL season, if Tua and Penix, they must just be thinking between the 2 of them they could make one season. Hopefully, that must be what their thought process is, because they seem like the same guy.
They do. Matt Ryan's there making decisions now. It should be smarter. We'll see.
True.
Maybe they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
QB question. I can't remember if these guys have signed. Kirk Cousins and Kyler Murray. Are they still out there? Or have they signed?
Still out there.
Still out.
Kyler is ruined to the Vikings. Schefter keeps hinting at it.
Yeah. I'd be surprised. Like, I don't know. There's
I
not
kind of
going
love
to be too many teams in the near future looking for quarterbacks, so you think
I kind of do too, Brady.
I would love to watch that. I think
that would be exciting.
It makes sense. I would, as a division guy, I would love another full starting season from 9. But
I kind of want that too, because I'm still a 9 guy.
We want that for different reasons.
Yeah, you're on quote saying that he'll be the week 1 starter next year.
Yeah, that's true. And it's still possible.
Still possible.
Some of the other names here, and this is sorted by biggest contract given out on day 1 and into day 2 a little bit, but this obviously there are signings happening kind of as we speak too, so we could be missing some. But Jalen Phillips was the biggest contract given out. We already talked about him. Second highest contract given out on day 1. Do you guys know who that would be? It was a re-sign, but he was a free agent.
Oh, Pierce.
Yeah. That boy got paid.
Yeah.
Highest paid free agent wide receiver ever.
Yeah. Okay. So that leads me to my next thing.
And
here.
then Pittman immediately shipped to the Steelers right after that signing.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
So through the first day or into free agency, Brett just mentioned he was the highest paid free agent wide receiver of all time. We also saw the highest paid free agent running back of all time, Kenneth Walker, $14.4 million per year. That was the highest ever running back, which seems wild that it's only 14.4. But running backs, I guess, just don't get paid like that. The highest ever non-QB free agent was Jalen Phillips. The highest ever free agent tight end this year was Isaiah Likely, 13.3 to the Giants.
This
And then
I love.
we also had the highest paid punter ever in free agency this year. Jordan Stout. He was the punter for the Ravens last year. He signed $4.1 million per year with the Giants. Harbaugh getting his guy there again.
Gotta get your guys.
The highest paid ever defensive back this year, or of all time. That would be Trent McDuffie, $31 million a year after that trade from the Chiefs. And then we had the highest paid offensive lineman of all time. That was Laramie Tunsil, $30.1 million a year. He's gonna go take penalties for the Commanders this year.
Do you guys remember when he was drafted?
Yeah, he had a bong, right?
Yeah, like 2 hours before the draft, someone leaked a video of him with like the gas mask bong on,
Yeah.
and he dropped like 10 spots.
Yeah, and he's been great.
He is.
Yeah, we doesn't hurt
back to the
everybody.
Giants.
Yeah,
What likely was to the Giants, yeah?
yeah, Likely and Stout there.
I think they are a year away from being a year away, which is a fancy way of saying they're 3 years away.
Yeah,
I think that team might be really good. Harbaugh's a winner. As long as Jackson Dart and Scatterboo don't run headfirst into every tackle this year, I think that team's going to be pretty good.
yeah. And did they just get Patrick Ricard too? Did I see that?
Oh,
Because if they did, Harbaugh's just taken every player he loved that he can. And to finish that off, interior offensive lineman was that Tyler Linderbaum for the Raiders. That was also the highest ever contract an interior offensive lineman has got. So we've seen 8 different position groups get paid this year, the highest that's ever been paid for those position groups. It's been wild. Money's being tossed around.
Yeah, the Giants did get Ricard.
They did.
So Harbaugh's just getting his guys.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'd be fine with the Giants, being exciting this year too and being in it.
That division's hard too. So you don't. Who knows? Because the Cowboys are starting to buy in too. They got Rashawn Gary and franchise tag Pickens. They're trying to win it too, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's tough to say divisions, like you said about the Cardinals. Like their division's so good, like you just got to be bad for 3 years. But like, could you not have said that about the NFC North and the Bears last year? To be like, the division's so good. Like, was there any real sign of?
You guys were bad for so long. Like, eventually, you had to try to be good.
Yeah, I'm just saying, so much changes year to year that it's.
I guess your situation was a lot different because you had Caleb Williams.
Yeah, the Bears were supposed to be on the up.
The Cardinals have.
Yeah.
Tyson Bagent, maybe.
Maybe. To pay for him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Generational.
Just picking a couple of the listener questions that are sent in. There was one that this guy will be happy. He just said, please touch on Maxx Crosby being traded with and he's a Raiders fan. So,
nice.
That now Raiders fans just have to be. We should talk to one of them. I'm not sure what they'd be feeling at this time.
Well, as someone who hates them, I'm pissed about it. So I'm sure they're very happy.
Yeah. But you could be happy too, Brett, because maybe he that bridge is, burned and he's still going to get traded, but now maybe the Raiders won't get quite as much as they would have got from the Ravens. So could be a positive thing for you.
I like that spin zone.
Another question we got. We'll cut it off here. As Leaf fans, what do you think of the last 10 years and what now? And I know this guy happens to be a Montreal Canadiens fan. So to briefly touch on the Leafs, the last 10 years, that's how long Matthew's been around. There was 9 straight years of playoffs. No playoffs this year. Toronto Sports Media, Matt. I mean, that clip on Instagram, you guys got to go read through the comments on that one. People were just eating that up. I think for the Leafs, though, it's got to be a quick, back in the playoffs next year. Retool.
Has to be. Yeah,
And
It
maybe
literally has to be with
Yeah.
their draft pick situation. Like they don't
Yeah.
have 2 out of their next 3 first round picks, and it depends. Like they have to fall to a top 5 pick this year, otherwise they lose it.
Yeah.
So they need to lose every game from here on out to try to get a top 5 pick. It's bad. And if they do that, then they miss the next 2 first round picks.
Rig that lottery.
Hell yeah. Tank.
That's my that's my thoughts. Rig the lottery.
It's very, very bad.
And then we're back.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, this year is what it is, but I still believe there's a lot of good pieces on that team. So I fully expect us to be back in the dance next year.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And we'll one of these years we'll get it done.
Yeah.
Raptors are 5th in the East if you guys want something to watch.
Also, quick World Baseball Classic shout
Yes, Canada's right now they're up 4-1 on Puerto Rico. They need to win tonight.
So if they win, are they in the quarterfinals if they win?
I think it's pretty well confirmed if they win tonight. Yes, because they still play. Who is it?
Cuba.
Yeah.
Yes, it's between Cuba for the last spot.
Wow, that'd be huge to pull that one off against Puerto Rico. But it's been electric to watch. Like that watching that type of baseball. Like there's guys from other countries that were crying after wins. I don't know if you guys saw Nicaragua has never won a game in the history of World Baseball Classic. They've made it a few times. They were up 3-1 in the 9th with 2 out, and they had 2 strikes on their last guy. He had a bloop single. Next guy hits one down third base line. It would have been a ground out, like easy throw to second to finish the game. It hits third base, bounces over the third baseman. So he gets on base. Then they have second and third, 2 out. Next guy, Ozzie Albies bomb. And I think that was Netherlands they were playing. Beat them.
Damn.
And shout out to Andre Satoria from the Czech, a journeyman electrician by day, throwing 4.1 scoreless innings against Juggernaut Japan by night.
Yeah.
Electric.
That's awesome.
Yeah. When the Classic 3 years ago, he struck out Shohei Ohtani in that.
Yep.
And then went back to his
the World
day
Baseball
job.
Classic.
Yeah, just imagine being the guys. Imagine being the guys in his crew that work with him, and like you got to imagine clearly not many people in Czechia are too dialed into baseball because they don't have one MLBer, and pretty much everybody on the team has like other jobs. But you just got to imagine like watch it. Holy shit! Like this guy's going to be putting in 40 hours with me next week, and he just got Shohei Ohtani out.
Yeah,
crazy.
Awesome.
We won't speak too soon, but as we're recording, Italy up 3-0 on the States. Let's go.
Please. I'm gonna watch a bit of baseball tonight, I think.
Wow.
And the Jays are getting close, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Jays are close. Very close. Yep.
Can't wait for that. Also want to say, anybody listening that has draft ideas for us, feel free to throw that our way. We do have there's a few in the log, and that goes for you 3 as well. If you like any idea that comes to your head, just put it in your phone, and we'll get that out, because we said last podcast we're going to do 4 more, and the points will accumulate from those 4. 5 total, and then we'll have a winner at the end. Punishment, last thing, boys.
Yes,
what is my punishment?
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
We got 3 options. Brett, do you want to go through them, or do you want me to?
I'll go through the first 2, and then you do the one we actually really want them to do.
Okay.
The one that you came up with. First one is the original idea, which we'd have to find. It was sent in by a listener. You take us out for breakfast, and then you're on a bus for a while.
Yeah.
That one's whatever. The next 2, you pretty much have to pick from these. I found a book on Amazon. I sent it to Matt. And I would like you to read it and give us a book report.
Every chapter, you have to do a summary.
It is called The Rise of Josh Allen from Backyard Passes to Football Fame by Moffy Chonky. And I believe that's an AI name because there's one review for the entire book, and it says, "I'm pretty sure this is AI. It's supposed to be a kid's book, and there's no pictures. It's 81 pages long."
You better hope there's not many chapters.
It's a real book that like would come to my house though, like
I'll order it right now if you say yes.
That's a segment on the
$23.
podcast every week.
well,
You gotta read the whole thing and the summary.
yeah, that sounds brutal. That sounds brutal.
Your last option, which is kind of the option we hope you pick, but you know, it's up to you. So we have found out there's a folding table that could be broken. So our punishment is you have to wear a Buffalo Bills jersey and break the table, baby. You got to jump on it, do the whatever they call that in Buffalo. What do they call that?
Is there a name for it?
There's a word for it. There's a saying or something.
It's
But
electric.
Dumbasses being dumbasses.
yeah, sure, we'll go with that. But anyway, and obviously it would be recorded.
Yeah, we'll light the
So
table
that-
on fire. We'll spray you with ketchup after. We'll do the whole thing.
No,
Yep.
Yeah.
Douse you with beer. It'll be great. So those are kind of where the options are at.
You have two options.
both Bills related is brutal of you guys.
I know.
Well, it
It's great
sucks to
that we
suck,
get that.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I throw Matt's video on Instagram. I keep forgetting to do that last year of him wearing our jerseys, but you guys know I have bad
Salty.
shoulders. This
Well, give your back a try. Just
Well, can you read?
belly dive on
not
your back.
really. Yeah, I can't really read either.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's actually two reviews on this. The second review is this is the worst book I've ever read.
Oh,
We don't need an answer right now, but that's
Yeah,
where the
let me
options
think on
are at.
that. Yeah, you've acquired a full. You know of a folding table that could be
And I'm
smashed.
worried about. I think right, Brett. Yes.
Yeah, I got one in my shed.
But
that
by
is
the way,
just
with the
sitting.
shoulder thing, you said your other one was going to be good like next week. So your one shoulder should be back to full health. So I
Yeah,
feel
the
like
right-
that's
Oh,
a
that's
reasonable
right.
option.
You
the
said
right's
you're going to
very-
be all the way back.
The right's very close. Yeah, but we don't want to put me, back down a bad road before baseball season.
So
You
you're
said you'd never
Band-Aid.
miss baseball.
That,
You said
that's
you would
just-
never miss
like
baseball.
for injury. I have missed baseball, but for injury, I never have.
Okay, so jump through. The table will stop your fall. You think all the Bills fans get hurt, or you think
Yeah,
they're
it's
just
not like you're
tougher than
jumping in the
Dolphins?
dirt.
Okay, I'll think about it for next episode. I'll do one of those. Without complaints. No
All right.
ketchup being sprayed. You can spray beer. You can spray liquid on me after. No ketchup or mustard. No condiments.
Can we light the table on fire?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe.
God,
They do
This has
that.
to be. This has
Yeah.
to be. This likely
It'll
has to
be
be
safe.
at the end of a long night as well. By the way.
That's fair.
Yeah. But of course,
Yeah, no,
I'm not doing it if it's not recorded. It has to be recorded.
yeah, yeah,
That would actually be a funnier punishment, not recorded.
No,
yeah,
that's-
yeah.
Can I have
Well
some
done,
wiggle room
boys.
on the, Can I have some wiggle room on the jersey?
No. What's the point in
It doesn't
doing it?
have to have a
It's
name.
about being a Buffalo Bill for a moment.
Can I pick the Buffalo Bill jersey?
Oh yeah, as long as it's a Buffalo Bill jersey.
Sure. Okay. I'm not putting on a Josh Allen. By the way, tattoo scheduled Friday.
Let's go.
No way.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So next
That's awesome.
next episode, I will do a reveal.
Nice.
Not sure how
Can't
that's
wait
gonna
to
look
see
on
it.
the. Not sure how that's gonna look on the Zoom, but maybe it'll get people to the YouTube. They can see my
and
upper
yeah.
leg.
fishing for straws. I forgot to drop it the entire episode.
Fishing
That was
for
the one I was thinking of.
No, we caught that one, didn't we? We
Yeah,
talked
we
about
did
that
Asking
one when he
for
said it.
straws. Yes, you did. You did.
Yeah.
You
You
guys don't
already
get it
said if
much.
you shoot
It's
for the
fine.
stars, you could maybe make it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I lost
Yeah.
brain cells listening to that statement.
Matt said something. It was something in the clip again. Will be out now if you're listening to this, but it's something about being healthy as a bug.
Yeah. I heard it and I was like,
Yeah.
but I didn't say anything. I don't know why.
Healthy as a bug. Nobody's
Yeah.
ever said that.
think I'm
I'm
gonna
not sure if that's the saying. You guys don't even seem like for sure on that.
Well, the clip will be out. The
Oh.
clip will be out tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a compilation of stupid sayings Matt said and have a
Like
Have a
beat a
compilation
dead
of
bush
it.
needs to be in there. That's my
oh
favorite.
yeah, oh yeah, nail in the head of
That
the
makes
coffin.
no sense.
Nail in the head of the coffin
Yeah.
is my favorite.
Yeah, we're up to
Yeah.
4 already. I think up across like half a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, keep
Do we
shooting, Matt.
do we have to pick a winner like prize and punishment for the drafts?
Yeah, we do. But I think we can. I mean, yeah,
That's
we
easy
do
to say
need
now,
one.
you scam artist.
We said this at the we said this last episode.
That's
you can go
news to me.
No, it's not.
No, it's on. It's
Oh
on
my
tape.
god, rigged 99. Oh my god.
I have an idea.
Give
I have
Matt
an
one of my
idea for.
points. Give
I
Matt
have
one
an
of mine.
idea.
No,
I have an idea for the punishment for this one for the loser. The other 3 people get to decide, and it's not too bad because you're still getting your team. But for like say Brett loses, we get to pick which Chargers jersey he has to buy, like custom, like with which player. It has to be a player that is playing or has played. So I think it's pretty obvious who we choose for the Chargers, Matt.
We got to buy a jersey that the guy's on the team.
Currently.
Like no one wants a jersey
then-
that doesn't have to play. Like if the player's not even
it's
on
not
the
a
team.
punishment then.
Or played for the team.
Oh, this is a punishment
time.
in getting a jersey of your own team?
You have to buy it yourself, but the other 3 get like, so if you lose, we get to tell you have to buy it yourself. So the punishment is spending the money on a jersey, a Carolina Panthers jersey, but we tell you which player is going on that, past or current Panthers.
Deal.
So
Okay.
we could go a few different directions with Matt, maybe Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll collect dust.
Well, you'd have to buy it and have it. So, is that a decent punishment? I mean, you still get a jersey of your team.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. I already have ideas for all of you. So yeah.
Yeah,
that
and we know there's sites that we can go on and get these custom for we're talking cheap money. So we know we can. It's not going to be that expensive.
Yeah.
What does the winner get? Maybe. No.
Hey, before next draft, come up with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've said
That
this a
way Matt
million
can't
times,
complain.
and then we don't come up with it. But I'm sure this one we will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good episode, everybody. That was a football packed one. I think whenever our next episode is, whether that's next week or the week after, I think it's safe to say we'll be back with the draft.
Yes, sir.
So throw
Go
topics
Team
our
Canada,
way.
baby.
Yep. Go get them, boys.
Eagles signed Sam Howell to a 1-year deal.
Electric.
Cowboys start.
Patriots